What's up guys, Musi Gamer here with another SAD video, but today we're going to be talking about more along the lines of like depression. Now just the other day I was driving in my car, driving along as I do when I go to class. A little song came on. A little song that some people probably don't know. A little song called All Things Must Pass by George Harrison. And this song, I never really listened to the lyrics of this song. Honestly, I never really paid much attention to this song. But all of a sudden I started really listening to this song, listened to the lyrics, and just took it all in in that moment. And suddenly I realized what that song was all about. And it was kind of a serene moment, kind of one of those moments where just everything just stands still and you're just in your own world kind of. And I was listening to this song, listening to what George Harrison had to say in it, and I was just feeling I was in a trance. And I was just really connected to it because, as a lot of you may know, recently, not too long ago, I kind of myself went through a bit of a downward spiral of sadness a little bit. I'm back now, of course, but yeah, that happened not too recently ago. But anyways, what this song is about is saying, just like the title implies, all things must pass. No matter what happens to you, good or bad, happy or sad, it passes. And you have to live with that because that's how life is. And I never really paid attention to this message. I always understood what he was saying, but I never really listened to how he said it. And let me go ahead and read you some of the lyrics just so you can get a feel for it. And I'd recommend actually looking up the song and listening to it if you have the time or if you want to, if you're into any of that kind of stuff, kind of classic rock type stuff. It's a really nice song, really beautiful. So I'm just going to read you some of my favorite little verses from the song. So it starts out saying, sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst, which is a thunderstorm, I found out by looking it up because I wasn't sure what a cloudburst was. But anyways, sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. And later on he says, now the darkness only stays the nighttime. In the morning it will fade away. Daylight is good at arriving at the right time. It's not always going to be this gray. So basically what he's saying is everything passes, whether it's the sunset, the sunrise, the night, the morning, the dark. It's all gonna pass. Everything passes. Nothing lasts forever. Not even time itself lasts forever. And of course him saying like nighttime and darkness and thunderstorms and all that stuff, he's saying that as a metaphor of like when you're feeling down and stuff. So yes, nothing lasts forever. Those happy moments that you have aren't gonna be forever. They aren't gonna last forever. You're not always gonna feel that happy. But of course you always have to remember, if you're ever depressed or if you're ever down, those moments aren't going to last forever either. It may seem like it. It seems like it a lot of times. I know from experience it seems like those moments can last forever, like they just never end. But they do, and that's what you need to just always have in your mind when you're in those states, is just think, all things must pass. This moment's going to pass. I'm going to feel better. Nothing stays the same forever. This is only temporary. You can't just dwell in those sad moments. The sadness is going to pass, and the happiness is going to pass. Everything is going to have to pass eventually. But that's the way you live life. That's the way life is meant to be lived. You're supposed to feel all these different emotions at different times, and they all pass as you go throughout life. Sure, sometimes you're in a bad spot. You're in a very bad way in your life. You're in a bad position, something's gone wrong, something just isn't right, and your life just has become so much darker, so much more depressing than it used to be. But you always have to remember that's not going to last forever. The happiness is going to come back, and the happiness is going to fade. The sadness is going to come back, and the sadness is going to fade. It's just how life is lived. Yes, sadness is very serious, depression is very serious, but you can never let yourself dwell in it. You have to realize and accept that it's not going to last forever. You have to look forward to when it passes and when your life is in a better place, when you're in a better place. So whenever you're sad, whenever you're down, whenever you're depressed, just remember that it's going to pass. You're going to be happier very soon. It's not going to last forever. That happiness is going to come back. The sadness is going to fade away, and you're going to be able to live your life normally again. And of course, sadness has a tendency to return on occasion, but you have to realize that sadness isn't going to last forever. All things must pass. Just remember that. A sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Those happy moments are going to fade, But to me, that just makes me want to enjoy them more. Because knowing that in a short amount of time that happiness begins to fade, it makes me want to enjoy that happiness a bit more. It makes me want to soak in that moment and just feel all the happiness that I can while I am in that state. And of course, whatever sadness you feel will eventually fade. Nothing is gonna last forever, even if it seems like it will. So just always remember that. That's the main thing I wanted to express, because that's what I really learned from that song, and it was actually a very awesome experience for me, because I barely ever get those feelings where I just listen to a song and all of a sudden the message just hits me and I'm like, it changes me a little bit. And that's what I love about music, is it can change you if you let it. But anyways, that's enough about me spieling about George Harrison and stuff. I'd recommend listening to the song though. It's a very nice song. It's a very beautiful song, especially the chorus. It's very wonderful. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I'm Music Gamer, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye now.